Manchester in the 1800s, the city that changed the world.
Before the 1800s, it was a modest town. Busy, yes, but quiet compared to what it was about to become. Then the 19th century arrived, and Manchester transformed faster than almost any place on Earth. This is the story of Manchester in the 1800s, a city of invention and ambition, of wealth and suffering, a place that helped create the modern world, but at a terrible human cost. The birth of the industrial giant. At the dawn of the 1800s, Manchester stood at the heart of a revolution. Not a political one, not a military one, but an industrial revolution. The invention of spinning machines, power looms, and steam engines turned Manchester into the world's cotton capital. Raw cotton arrived from America, India, and the Caribbean, and inside enormous brick factories it was transformed into cloth shipped across the globe. By the 1820s, Manchester was producing more cotton textiles than most countries combined. Visitors from Europe were stunned. One German writer called it the most extraordinary city in the world. But extraordinary did not mean beautiful. A city of smoke and noise. By mid-century, Manchester was known by a dark nickname, Cottonopolis. Hundreds of factories filled the skyline. Chimneys poured black smoke into the air day and night. The sound of machines never stopped, not even at night. The air smelled of coal, oil, and chemicals. Rivers like the Irwell turned dark and polluted, carrying industrial waste instead of fish. Alexis de Tocqueville, visiting in the 1830s, wrote, "From this filthy sewer, pure gold flows." That sentence captured Manchester perfectly. Immense wealth flowing out of misery. Life inside the factories. Factory work was brutal. Men, women, and children worked 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. The machines were loud, dangerous, and unforgiving. Children as young as 6 years old were employed to crawl under moving machinery to clean it. Many lost fingers. Some lost their lives. There were no safety laws, no labor rights, no mercy. If a worker collapsed from exhaustion, another took their place. Factory owners became incredibly rich. Workers remained desperately poor. The slums of Manchester. As factories expanded, people flooded into the city from rural England and Ireland. Manchester's population exploded. But housing did not keep up. Entire families were packed into single rooms. Streets were narrow, damp, and overcrowded. Open sewage flowed between houses. Disease spread quickly. Cholera, tuberculosis, typhoid. Life expectancy for factory workers was shockingly low, often under 30 years. Friedrich Engels, who lived in Manchester in the 1840s, described the city as a hell upon earth for the working class. And yet, the factories kept running. Wealth, power, and inequality. While workers suffered, Manchester's industrial elites lived very differently. Grand townhouses rose in areas like Chorlton on Medlock. Wealthy merchants funded libraries, art galleries, and concert halls. Manchester became a city of contradictions. Extreme poverty, extreme wealth, side by side. It was here that modern capitalism showed both its power and its cruelty. Manchester and the fight for workers' rights. Suffering did not remain silent forever. Manchester became a center of political protest and reform. In 1819, thousands gathered at St. Peter's Field, demanding voting rights and better conditions. The peaceful protest ended in tragedy when cavalry charged into the crowd. The event became known as the Peterloo Massacre. At least 15 people were killed. Hundreds were injured. The shock echoed across Britain. Manchester also played a key role in the Chartist movement, early labor unions, campaigns for factory reform. Slowly, very slowly, change began. The canal and the rise of trade. One of Manchester's greatest advantages was its infrastructure. The Bridgewater Canal, opened in the late 1700s, allowed cheap coal to reach factories. Later, railways connected Manchester to Liverpool and London. Goods moved faster than ever before. Manchester was no longer just a city, it was a global engine. Cloth made in Manchester reached Africa, Asia, and the Americas. The city's influence stretched far beyond Britain. Culture, ideas, and innovation. Manchester was not only about machines, it was a city of ideas. Libraries, newspapers, and debating halls flourished. Science and engineering advanced rapidly. The city helped shape modern economics, politics, and social theory. Karl Marx frequently visited Manchester to study industrial capitalism firsthand. What he saw here influenced ideas that would later change the world. The end of the century. By the late 1800s, Manchester had reached its peak. Reforms improved conditions slightly. Child labor was restricted, working hours shortened, sanitation improved, but the scars of the industrial age remained. Manchester had become a symbol of progress, of exploitation, of human resilience. It showed what humanity could build and what it could destroy in the name of progress. Why Manchester's 1800s still matter today. Modern cities, modern industries, and modern labor laws all trace their roots back to places like Manchester. The struggles faced by workers here shaped labor rights, urban planning, industrial regulation. Manchester in the 1800s was not just a city, it was a warning and a lesson. A reminder that progress without humanity comes at a terrible price. If you walk through Manchester today, past red brick warehouses turned into apartments, you are walking through history. The machines are silent now, but their echoes still remain.